And now back to something a little bit more my speed. This is the Herald, which took part in the 2013 print and play solo game contest on Board Game Geek. I'm getting a lot of shout out. So this is a print and play game, and all you need to print is this sheet and this sheet. And that's it, which is pretty cool. And then you have to provide some counters. I have these little furniture plugs, which are about $1.40 for 30 of them at a craft store, which makes this a really easy, cheap build. This is the low printer ink version. There is one that's colored in with like a star field in the back that's nice and pretty. But this, we'll be able to see it pretty well. Shadow notwithstanding, I might see if I can do something about that. Alright, that's a little bit better. So the story is there's been some contact from an alien race, and humanity is kind of pulled together to find it. There is some dissension among the ranks, but so this is the star map that we're going to be traveling on. This is the turn track. There are 24 turns. Once you get down here, you kind of change things a little bit with the passage of time. Time can pass through events or just from doing things. And I think they're weeks. So it's 24 weeks. Down here we have kind of the action selection portion. And this mechanism is really cool. Pretty simple. You roll some dice and you're going to put them in here. So you get 4 dice, you roll them once, and then you place those in these as you see fit. This is kind of navigation, and so the number on the pips is the directions you can go. If you roll 1, you can go left or kind of upper left, like that. Environment is the planet that you've come across, what you can pull from it. Sabotage, there, like I mentioned, there is dissension. There's potential sabotage. This comes in later after all the saboteurs have been detected. You start running into engine trouble once this, what do they call it? I don't know, it's some super fancy engine. Once that's up and running, you might run into issues with it, and there are events. And again, the number you roll is that's showing you the direction. So if you roll 4, you're going to go straight down. Down here we have some tracks. One thing I really like about this game, it's pretty easy to set up. So even if they just said, put this counter here, put this here, put this here. But no, they don't even do that. They put one of these arrows next to the starting spaces for each of these things. This is a super nice touch. There's an option between here and here. You roll a die. It's even and odd. And then this is your crew. As they perform missions, they're going to wear out a little bit, and then you have to refresh them. And then this is the event table here. The events are it's more of an encounter. So like this, the encounter is encountering biology and space. You send people who are good at that, roll 1 die, and you need to beat this. If you beat this, you get this on a positive one. On a negative one, if you don't beat this number, that happens on a negative, and that's leadership. So winning, you have to visit the source, which is here, discovering possibly if something happened, or if there's alien technology that you encounter, or alien civilizations you encounter. And then you have to get back to Earth within the time frame. You can lose by not making it back in time. Also, if leadership falls to 0, or if bad reputation through events comes out, you end up losing. Super engaging. We'll get into it here shortly. Alright, so the turn structure is 4 dice. We roll them and then we place them. That's not too bad. So we in general kind of want to go this direction. We also need to visit one of these spots. You want to roll higher on the supply. Down here you expend supplies. The environment is inhospitable. This will mean we aren't attacked by the terrorists or the saboteurs, and then our event will move up. So we have the option to move left or upper left, and we will go upper left like that. Now we can decide to either supply on the run, or we can take shore leave, which would improve standings here as they wear out from going on missions. They need to take some shore leave. So we're good there. No sabotage. And our event comes up like here. So here's the thing. There's a pilgrimage. Blessed are those who see the twin stars. So there's culture in space. We can send people with those capabilities, and we need to beat 9 or we lose time. Now time, I don't know, I'm okay losing time. Bad reputation and leadership, not very good at never good at taking those, so maybe we just take the hit on the time. It's early, we'll see. So that's the turn. We advance that again. Check for victory. That doesn't happen. Alright, so this is not quite as good. So with the 5, we don't want to go back this way. In fact, we can't. The rules basically say if you can make a valid placement for dice, you have to. So we're going to continue moving in this direction. We're going to supply on the run. If this didn't happen, we would have to spend supply. 5 on here. Supply, time, and leadership all fall. Time, supply, leadership. They fall. If the total is, I think, greater than 14, if this total is 15 or higher, then they slip up. They made too strong of an attack, since we have 16 on the dice here. So the infiltration goes down 1, which is actually pretty good. We want them to go away and they'll stop bugging us. And our event is going to go up here to shipwreck. We do want this. So space and battle. So Lieutenant Doza has 3 space, and battle. Ensign Tippy has battle, so that gets us +6, and I do this because on these I always roll 1s. So we're at 6 here, we're going to roll 5 so we beat it. So we get plus supply there, since we beat it. So that's good. Except it expended those guys, so then we'd have to go on short leave. So we'll take one more turn on camera and then check back in a little bit. So you get a feel for it, kind of. It's pretty fast playing, pretty fast moving. Still interesting choices, especially as you start screwing stuff up. See here, bad roll for supply. We just did the pilgrimage. I don't really want to do that again. If I had put a 2 there, we would have gone back to where we were before. So we'll move. Environment, we're minus supply. No attack. Move up 1. There's a storm. Communications and physics. So we're at +3 there. And physics, we have, do we want to go the full +3? Might as well. So we're at 6 already. We need more than a 1. This number is, you have to beat this number. It's not equal or more, you have to beat that. So we beat it. These guys are getting worn out. And we are 5 weeks in. We are at the location of the source. So we spend time to explore it. I think we will declare this a dilemma, which lowers leadership, but it's going to give us a +2 to the roll. We visited a list site, so we're at +4 and we need a 9. We need greater than 9, so we need a 6. So if I'm understanding this correctly, the source event is going to take place of this event, but I think this still moves up, and we're going to use these specialities. So we have space and battle. So space will be at +3, battle will be at +3, so we're at 6. We found that, so we're at 8. I will go ahead and make a dilemma, and we won't even need to roll because we're at 10 already. I would have failed with a roll of a 1. Let's go ahead and roll it. Okay, so we found it. I think that's how that works. The rules say roll the timeline die and add to the event reading. I think you still get to do this. The rules say you send your 2 most experienced people. So I think that does make sense. We didn't have to lose the leadership, which is good. We found our source, which means that when our faster than light engine gets engaged, if we roll a 5 or a 6 in this event, or in this box, time actually goes backward because we're moving so fast, which is pretty cool. Supply, we're gonna move up, which increases time, and no sabotage. So we'll increase time again, and we're gonna be moving into the special time rules here in a minute. Pretty exciting. So for victory, it would be nice if we can explore this. We have to get here, hopefully, and then get up here before time runs out. But with potentially only 6 turns left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we'll just try to make a beeline back for Earth. We'll get fewer victory points. But that should be okay. Could be a sort of relay transmitter, sir. Committed resources of communications in space, as well as declare a dilemma, which put me at 8. Anything but a 1 and I would have won. Nope. I need diplomacy before I go back to Earth. Time is running out. So we are here. The next turn we start rolling to see if this advances. 1, 2. I think I might have missed a movement. We really needed that diplomacy. So we're in this special time zone here. As we do things throughout the turn, we'll move this marker up and down. Like if this stack engine is in minus time, or if you lose time because of something over here, or going in a weird direction, then you modify this and then you make a die roll. We'll advance on a 1 or a 2. So we do have some time, especially I've been able to use the stack engine a couple times. This is not going to be good though. We're going to try to get to this list point because that's all that's really available to us. Minus time. So we will move down minus supply. Crap, I just lost. Have it. Nope, still don't have anything in the roll to get supply. The stack engine kind of, although it bought us a little bit of time, we kind of veered off course, and everyone on board starved to death. It's kind of unfortunate. No bad reputation markers on the board. Was doing pretty well. I had a little bit of time left. Didn't. That bad diplomacy caught up, and everyone's dead. So that's the Herald. Pretty fun. It's a very simple, as you can see, game. Easy to put together, but it does offer some interesting decisions. And it's honestly, it ends up being tougher than you would think, because you get four choices of where you're putting these dice, but you still have to deal with those, and so you're still reacting to the different situations as they arise, and then the events. I maybe don't pay enough attention to the events. I worry about these, and then whatever event happens, it happens. So this is my second loss, but that's okay. I would rather everyone starve to death than get a bad reputation and not be able to come home. I mean, at least we maybe died heroes. We found all the saboteurs. That was good, right?